Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that your massive student loan balance could shrink or even disappear. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that many Americans are already getting that relief, and you might be eligible too? Let's talk about how you can get student loan relief, step by step, in plain English. Number 1. Understand what student loan relief actually means. Before diving into the options, you need to understand what student loan relief really means. It's not just one single program. It's a combination of ways to reduce, pause, or even eliminate your student debt. Relief can come in many forms: forgiveness, cancellation, discharge, or temporary payment pauses. Each of these helps in a different way. For example, forgiveness usually means your debt is wiped out after meeting certain conditions, like working in public service for a few years. Discharge usually happens if something unexpected makes it impossible for you to pay, like disability or your school closing down. Understanding this first step helps you choose the right path instead of wasting time chasing the wrong program. Number 2, check if you qualify for federal student loan forgiveness. Most student loan relief starts with federal loans. If your loans are from private lenders, it's a bit harder, but not hopeless. The biggest relief programs are offered by the U.S. Department of Education. For instance, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness (PSLF) program is designed for people working in public service jobs like teachers, nurses, firefighters, and government employees. Here's how it works. If you work full-time for a qualifying employer and make 120 qualifying monthly payments on an income-driven repayment plan, the remaining balance is forgiven. That's 10 years of payments. And then, boom, the rest disappears. Example: Sarah, a social worker, had around $90,000 in student loans. After 10 years of working for a nonprofit and making steady payments under an income-driven plan, her remaining balance was forgiven under PSLF. She paid off only a fraction of what she borrowed. That's real relief, and it's legal. Number 3, explore income-driven repayment (IDR) plans. If you can't afford your monthly payments, this is where things get easier. The government offers income-driven repayment plans that base your monthly payment on how much you actually earn, not on how much you owe. There are a few types: saving on a valuable education, PAYE, pay as you earn, repay, revised pay as you earn, and IBR, income-based repayment. These plans usually cap your payment at around 10 to 15% of your discretionary income. Example: if you earn $35,000 a year, your monthly payment could drop from $400 to maybe $90, depending on your family size and expenses. After 20 or 25 years of consistent payments, depending on your plan, any remaining balance can be forgiven. That's like getting a fresh start. Number 4, don't miss out on temporary or one-time relief opportunities. From time to time, the government announces special programs or waivers to help borrowers catch up or qualify faster. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the government paused payments and set interest rates to 0% for over 3 years. That's a massive relief effort. Recently, there have also been one-time account adjustments for borrowers who made years of payments but didn't get proper credit toward forgiveness. Some people found that they were suddenly much closer to forgiveness than they thought. Always check official sources, like the federal student aid website, for announcements. Many people miss out on thousands of dollars of relief just because they didn't know they qualified. Number 5, apply for Public Service Loan Forgiveness, PSLF, correctly. PSLF can change lives, but only if you apply the right way. First, make sure your employer qualifies. You can use the PSLF help tool on the official federal student aid website to check. Second, you must be on an income-driven repayment plan. Standard repayment plans don't count. Third, you need to make 120 qualifying payments while working full-time for a qualifying employer. Here's a quick example. Alex is a teacher at a public high school. He has been paying his loans under the SAVE plan for 8 years. He submits the PSLF employment certification form each year. After 10 years, his remaining balance is forgiven. He pays much less overall. The key is documentation. Always keep records of your employment and payments. Number 6, consider teacher, nurse, or military loan forgiveness. Beyond PSLF, some professions have their own dedicated programs. Teachers who work full-time for 5 consecutive years in low-income schools may qualify for up to $17,500 in forgiveness under the Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program. Nurses or healthcare professionals can get relief through programs like the Nurse Corps Loan Repayment Program, which repays up to 85% of your unpaid nursing education debt if you work in underserved communities. Military service members also have access to various loan forgiveness and repayment programs depending on their branch and role. If you're in one of these fields, it's worth exploring these special options. They can cut your balance dramatically. Number 7. Know about student loan discharge programs. Sometimes life throws curveballs, like a permanent disability or a school closure. In those cases, you might qualify for loan discharge. For instance, the total and permanent disability (TPD) discharge eliminates your student loans if you're unable to work due to a severe disability, or if your school closed while you were enrolled or shortly after. You may qualify for closed school discharge. Example: Emily was enrolled in a college that shut down mid-semester. She thought she'd still have to pay back her loans. But after applying for a closed school discharge, her entire loan balance was wiped away. If something unfair or unexpected happened, it's worth checking if discharge applies to you. Number 8. Watch out for student loan scams. Where there's free money, there are scams. Sadly, many fake loan relief companies promise to wipe your debt for a fee. Don't fall for it. Real loan relief programs never charge application fees. They're all managed through the official federal student aid website. If someone says, "We can erase your student loans immediately if you pay $500, that's a huge red flag. Stick with official sources and double-check anything that sounds too good to be true. Because if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Number 9. Look into state-based loan forgiveness programs. Some states offer their own loan relief programs, especially for public service workers, healthcare professionals, and teachers. For example, the Maine Dental Education Loan Repayment Program gives up to $20,000 per year for dentists who serve in rural areas. In New York, the Get on Your Feet Loan Forgiveness Program helps recent graduates who are on income-driven plans. Each state has different rules, so check your state's higher education department or financial aid website. Even smaller local programs can add up to big savings over time. Number 10. Private loan options and negotiation tips. If your loans are private, it's a little trickier because those aren't covered by federal programs. But you still have options. You can talk to your lender about hardship programs. Some offer temporary forbearance or modified payment plans if you're struggling financially. You can also consider refinancing, especially if you have a good credit score. Refinancing can lower your interest rate or extend your repayment period to make payments more manageable. Example: Kevin had private loans with an interest rate of 11%. He refinanced them to 6%, saving nearly $200 per month. That's thousands of dollars over the loan's lifetime. Just remember, refinancing federal loans into private ones means you lose access to federal forgiveness programs, so think carefully before doing it. Number 11. Keep track of your progress and reassess regularly. Student loan relief is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Your job, income, or family size may change, so your eligibility might too. Set a reminder once a year to log in to your federal student aid account, review your repayment plan, and make sure you're still on track for forgiveness or lower payments. Example: Melissa forgot to update her income after getting a pay raise. Her monthly payment jumped unexpectedly the next year. If she had updated her information earlier, she could have avoided the shock. Being proactive keeps you in control, and that's what relief is really about. Number 12. Understand the Fresh Start program for defaulted loans. If your federal student loans are in default, there's still hope. The Fresh Start initiative gives borrowers in default a second chance to get back on track. It temporarily removes the negative mark of default from your credit report and lets you regain access to income-driven repayment plans and forgiveness programs. Example: Mark defaulted on his student loans years ago. When the Fresh Start program launched, he enrolled, got his loans out of default, and began qualifying for forgiveness options again. It's a one-time opportunity, so taking action now can rebuild your credit and open doors that default had closed. Number 13. Look into borrower defense to repayment. If your school misled you or lied about job placements, graduation rates, or program quality, you might qualify for borrower defense to repayment. This program can erase your student loans if your school engaged in fraudulent or deceptive practices. Example: a group of former students from a for-profit college proved that the school exaggerated job placement rates. Their loans were canceled under borrower defense. If you believe you were misled by your college, this program could offer the justice and relief you deserve. Number 14. Understand how student loan interest works. Many borrowers overlook how interest adds up over time, and that's where debt grows fast. Federal student loan interest can be paused, subsidized, or capitalized depending on your repayment plan. Knowing the difference helps you choose wisely. Example: if you're on a subsidized loan, the government covers the interest while you're in school. But with an unsubsidized loan, interest keeps piling up even when you're not paying. Understanding interest means you can save thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. Number 15. Use employer student loan repayment benefits. More employers are now offering student loan repayment assistance as part of their benefits package. Under current law, employers can contribute up to $5,250 per year tax-free toward your student loans. That's essentially free money that reduces your balance faster. Example: Rachel's company pays $300 a month toward her student loans. In 1 year, she's $3,600 closer to being debt-free, without spending a dime of her own. When job hunting, look for employers that offer this perk. It's like a bonus that keeps on giving. Number 16. Combine relief programs strategically. You don't have to choose just one path to relief. In many cases, you can combine programs to maximize savings. For example, you could use an income-driven repayment plan while working toward public service loan forgiveness. Or you could qualify for both state and federal forgiveness programs at the same time. Example: Jamie worked in public service, used an income-driven plan, and got both federal forgiveness and state-based teacher assistance. The combined relief erased over $60,000 of her debt. The smartest borrowers stack programs to get the most benefit possible. Number 17. Recheck eligibility after major life changes. If you've gotten married, changed jobs, had children, or lost income, your loan relief options might shift. Income-driven repayment plans adjust based on family size and income, so a major change can dramatically lower your payments. Example: after losing her job, Amanda updated her income information. Her monthly payment dropped from $280 to zero until she found a new job. Don't assume you're stuck. Your situation might qualify you for more relief than before. Number 18. Use the Save Plan's new benefits. The new Saving on a Valuable Education plan is one of the most generous repayment options ever introduced. It protects more of your income before calculating your payment, which means many borrowers now qualify for payments as low as $0 per month. And here's the best part: unpaid interest doesn't grow under Save. So even if your payment doesn't cover the full interest, your balance won't balloon over time. Example: Marcus owed $50,000. Under older plans, his balance kept growing even when he made payments. Under Save, it finally stopped rising, and that alone felt like real relief. If you haven't switched to Save yet, it's worth checking if it can help you breathe easier financially. Number 19. Don't forget about tax implications. Some types of loan forgiveness might be considered taxable income by the IRS. For example, after completing an income-driven repayment plan, the forgiven amount could be counted as income in certain cases, unless Congress extends the tax-free status that currently applies through 2025. Example: Daniel had $40,000 forgiven after 25 years of payments. Because of temporary rules, he didn't owe taxes on it. But those rules might not last forever. Always plan ahead and consult a tax professional before your forgiveness date to avoid surprise tax bills. Number 20. Stay informed and take action early. Student loan rules change constantly. What's true today might shift tomorrow, especially with new government policies and relief initiatives. Set reminders to review updates every few months on the Federal Student Aid website. Example: borrowers who applied early for recent relief adjustments got faster results, while those who waited faced delays. The sooner you act, the better your chances of benefiting from new opportunities. Sometimes, relief isn't about wiping out the entire loan. It's about making your debt manageable so you can breathe again, plan your future, and move forward without the constant weight of payments hanging over you. So, here's a question for you. If you could qualify for any student loan relief program today, which one would you go for first?